Hello everyone! Did you know that a good bone broth is able to resurrect the dead? Or that in the folk wisdom is called the Jewish penicillin. It just proves how strong and powerful it is at sorting out all kinds of ailments and illnesses that we might have. I remember I had swine flu a few years ago and I was craving my chicken soup so badly, but my husband doesn't know how to make it. He still doesn't know how to make it even though it's so easy. And something I was craving like crazy, but unfortunately my mom wasn't there, so I wasn't able to get it. So I first came across the bone broth when I was reading the book called The Clear Skin Diet by Karen Fisher, and I'll be forever grateful to this book for opening my eyes to the fact that a lot depends on what we eat. Actually, we are what we eat. So bone broth was one of the most important things in her diet for clear skin. And I made it once, but somehow I didn't stick to it. I probably wasn't ready because I wasn't into paleo or primal then. Then a few months ago I was reading the book from Nigel Ramiel. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, please correct me. And it was called Cure Tooth Decay. It was all about how to mineralize your teeth. And bone broth, again, was the most important element of the program. And as desperate as I was, I decided to jump onto the wagon. And here I am. Okay, so in this video I'm going to share with you the benefits, amazing benefits of bone broth for your health and your beauty. And also don't miss the 8 interesting facts about bone broth that I bet you didn't know, and I didn't know either before I started researching it. And next week I will spill all the secrets on how to make it, use it and store it in the best possible way. So let's jump right in. First of all, you probably know that we put vinegar into the bone broth before boiling it, but perhaps you didn't know why. That's because vinegar, or the acid in the vinegar, extracts all the minerals out of the bone broth, and without it, it wouldn't be the superfood that it is. Another interesting fact is that bone broth could be thought of as a protein supplement. So there you go, check away all those expensive protein supplements, protein powders, and make yourself some bone broth. Here's an amazing money-saving tip. Not only has protein, but it also reduces your body's need for protein. So by drinking bone broth consistently, you can reduce your meat consumption up to half, and that should save a lot of money for you too. Now there's another interesting fact about our body. It steals minerals from our bones and tissues if there is an emergency elsewhere in the body. So for example, if you consume too much sugar and too much insulin gets released into your body in order to neutralize it, your body will steal minerals such as calcium or magnesium from your bones and tissues in order to repair the damage done to the system. So no wonder why we are the nation with kids whose baby teeth are rotting, and magnesium deficiency is the #1 deficiency in America at the moment. Now you probably already know that calcium is the most abundant mineral in your teeth and bones, but I was interested to find out that it's also the most abundant mineral in your entire body. Some conditions such as prolonged bed rest, postmenopause or aging, but even such innocent looking habits as drinking too much coffee can create calcium loss, which in turn can create bone loss. Now there's an illness called scurvy, and that's vitamin deficiency. Most people already know about that. And the symptoms are bleeding gums, wounds that take forever to heal, and bruising. But the interesting fact is that it's much more complicated than what it seems. And it seems that those symptoms are actually symptoms of collagen deficiency and not vitamin C deficiency. It's because our body needs vitamin C in order to synthesize collagen. So if we lack vitamin C, we'll also lack collagen, and that's when we'll get bleeding gums, bruises, and so on. And finally, bone broth has only 3 amino acids, so it's not a complete protein and it can't be a meal replacement. And that's probably why traditionally it's been used as a starting point for making a soup, as a starter in a meal, or as a snack. Alright, so now that we've learned all the interesting facts about bone broth, it's time to learn why we should take it. And I promise to you there are a lot of reasons why. So first of all, it's abundant in minerals, especially calcium, magnesium and phosphorus. And these 3 minerals are very, very important for healthy bones and teeth. Another thing is that they are in an extremely assimilable form, so it's so easy for your body to absorb them. What it does is it heals and seals the gut. And that's a term invented by Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride, who is the founder of the GAPS protocol, of the GAPS diet protocol, which is a diet for inflammatory gut diseases. So because it's so healing for the digestive system, it's a great thing to have if you have irritable bowel syndrome, colitis, or even Crohn's disease. Bone broth also improves the immune system, so that's why our mums used to make bone broth whenever we had a bad cold. Another reason why mums used to make bone broth for us is because cysteine, a natural amino acid found in chicken broth, is great at making mucus more liquid. So if you have a runny nose, or if you have mucus in your lungs and you have a cough, it's a great way to make it easier for you to expel it. So our mums were wiser than we thought. Now, bone broth is very abundant in gelatin, and gelatin does a couple of things. First of all, it improves the blood by increasing red blood cells and hemoglobin in the blood. So if you're anemic, or especially if you're a woman, it's a great thing to have. But there's another thing that it does. Now, I bet you've heard the term collagen. We all know it from all these expensive collagen injections, anti-aging creams, and so on. But I bet you didn't know that collagen and gelatin is actually the same thing. Collagen is the scientific term, and gelatin is the food term for the same thing. So by having bone broth with all this gelatin, or in other words collagen inside, you actually can have the best beauty treatment in your own kitchen. Another thing that bone broth does is help you detoxify, and that's through the detoxification process, but also if you're just living your daily life. And it helps detoxify by supporting your liver. Another reason why bone broth is great is because it has a lot of substances that are otherwise used as very expensive supplements. So there is something called chondroitin sulfate, and it's known as a supplement for pain caused by joint pain caused by osteoarthritis. It's very expensive and a lot of people have to take it, but bone broth is full of it, so you can just make some bone broth and it'll have the same effect. Or how about all the calcium supplements that parents buy for their kids? You could just make them some bone broth. That's a great money saving tip. And finally, this is a little bit vain and it's a beauty reason, but bone broth helps you get rid of cellulite. By consuming bone broth, you're going to get rid of that orange skin in no time. And that's because bone broth supports the smooth connective tissue. So these are my benefits and interesting facts about bone broth. Are you ready to give it a try now? It's amazing, it tastes so good, easy to make, and very often you can even get the bones for free from your local butcher, so there's no reason why you shouldn't try it. And next week I will show you how to do it, how to store it, and how to consume it in the best way. And obviously I will show you how I consume it in my daily life. So if you like this video, I'll be really happy if you give me a thumbs up. If you don't, well, I'm sorry, I'll try to improve next time. If you want to see more videos like this, and if you want to see the next week's video about how to make bone broth, then subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!